Greetings to all of my amazing Pisces. Hi, Pisces. Hello, hello, hello. Hello to all of my cross watchers. Hello, members. Members, you should be enjoying some videos that I have not released to the public, okay? The videos that I have uploaded over there, I was going to release them to the public, but I'm going to go ahead and leave them with you all, okay? And welcome, welcome, welcome to all of my new members. I thank you so much for joining the team over there, okay? All right. So we're going to get into a timeless reading. So whenever you see these readings, it's when it's meant for you to see it. And sometimes you may have to go back and look at something again. It may be from the past that resonates now, okay? And then these are also general. So make sure you just take what applies to you and you only and leave the rest. If something comes out in the cards or in the reading and it doesn't apply to you, just let it fly. Okay, let it go. If it does apply to you, use it in a way to help you grow, to be the best version of yourself. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start off using the Oracle of the Fairies guidebook, okay? This is by Karen K, for those who want to know. I need to put some cocoa butter on this. That came from me cooking. I was like, taking something out the oven. I said, man, put some cocoa butter on it. Okay. Moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthy. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So right now, some things you may be overindulging in, okay? And is there something that you shouldn't be eating, that you have been eating? It says that, you know, to treat yourself a little bit is fine. Do something in moderation. For this, it's saying food, but this could be anything in life, okay? Even tarot. Maybe you're obsessively watching tarot. Maybe you need to take a break from it from time to time. Me, as a tarot reader, I take a break. If you notice, I go days sometimes without uploading. So I don't upload every single day. I think to me, it's kind of unhealthy, okay? So I do it in moderation. I do see that there's not only just with eating or tarot, but anything in life, something that you may feel like, oh, okay, I just love this so much. It just feels so good, or it tastes so good, or it just gives you this. It's like almost, whatever it is, it's something only you would know. It's too many of y'all, okay? So different things apply to different people. All right, so something that you need to do in moderation. At the bottom of the deck, it says magical blessings. Wherever you're going, whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say, hold on. The fairies say, let me see. I thought my glasses would, I need to clean them. That's what it is. Okay. The fairies say you can bless others too. So, Pisces, you're being held up and like guided and supported right now in some area of your life, to the point where you'll be able to bless others, okay? So it's like whatever you're going through right now, don't let that be the thing that, so maybe some of you are emotional eating, or, you know, that could be a situation here where you're kind of stress eating. Like you're like, oh, okay, I'm going through something, so I'm going to get some ice cream, or I'm going through something, so I'm going to eat this or something like that. Make sure you're doing something in moderation. You are being assisted by magical fairies blessings. So you have some blessings coming in for you. And this is a time when I do feel like You're going to be more focused on improving some sort of situation in your life, okay? And somehow, some way. For some of you all, this is even, I'm looking at the green. For some of you all, this is even spending, okay? You need to get like control of your spending right about now. Maybe you're excessively spending or like emotional shopping. Okay. Now let me see. I'm going to use some tarot cards. I've been looking at some tarot cards to see which ones I want to order. I don't buy them just to buy them. I buy them when I feel like I feel the need. I feel like it's like a calling or something that I feel drawn right now to buy some more tarot cards. So I've just been looking through them just to see which ones stand out to me the most. Six of Swords. So you're about to move into calmer waters. There's some sort of transitioning taking place, and it has something to do with something that's closer to your heart. This could be a different community, but you're moving into a place of healing, though. You're moving into some sort of progress. You're progressing in some way. You're moving into a calmer place in life right now. I even feel like your mind frame is changing. I'm looking at the way that this could be like an angel, your spirit guides, really just leading. This could be another person moving into a calmer way of life, okay? Something that's more simple. There's choppy waters, rough waters on this side, but over here, it's really calm. And they may not be, they're not showing their faces or anything. There's swords right here, kind of almost like a protection. I do feel like you're being protected while you're moving into a different place. Or maybe you're protecting your thoughts. You're protecting, I feel like these magical blessings are a reflection of this. It's like calming down after a storm or going through some hardships. You could have recently went through something. This could be the reason why you're overdoing something, because you recently went through something, and it became almost like a safety net or a crutch, like an emotional crutch or something. But I do feel like you should be kind of feeling like things are calming down just a little bit, okay? Some of you all even this could be you traveling or something like that. Some of you all are going away. Maybe you're visiting family or something, or you're visiting some place that it's like it brings you calmness. It brings calmness into your energy or your life, your environment. Okay. Let me see something. You have a lot of swords here. A lot of thinking, a lot of words. Don't let someone disturb your peace, okay? Five of Wands here. Don't let someone disturb your peace. So let me tell you something, Pisces, what I see in this reading here. Because I feel like as you're trying to kind of calm your life down, and you've kind of got into this mind frame where you're like, this is where I want to be. I don't have time for the back and forth, the finger pointing, the arguing, the conflict, the gossip. I do feel like you're trying to distance yourself from problematic things, people, or places, because you understand how it's not healthy for you. And maybe you've even picked up on every time you go through something, you go to something that isn't healthy as almost like a coping mechanism. So it's not like you're not aware of what you do when you're under stress. It's the fact that you're trying to do something healthy to resolve this. Like, if you can't change the people around you, or if you can't change a situation, you're trying to do what you can do to change you. Either change your environment, change your mind frame, change your perspective, change the way you deal with your problems or something. And whatever you're doing, it seems to be kind of working because you're not so flustered anymore. You're not letting certain things get to you so much, right? But in the process of you trying to get out of choppy waters, here you have this knight running in towards you. As you're moving into, you're transitioning into something that is kind of peaceful for you. You have this knight charging towards you. This could be an opportunity, okay? This could be an opportunity. This could be, time for you to seize the moment. And you're like, gosh, this was, I just got to this place where I just, I kind of left some hard times behind. And I don't necessarily feel like this Knight of Swords is a bad thing. I just kind of feel like you've gotten to this place mentally where things are calmer for you. And then I feel like things are about to start speeding up in some way, okay? And this could irritate you in some way. It's like, why can't things like come in? It's when you were in this fighting mode or the mode of, being on go, 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 go. Why couldn't something come in then? Why did it have to come in and sort of distract you or rattle you while you were moving into calmer waters or a calmer way of thinking, right? So this is like some sort of arrival is coming towards you, okay? But you may feel like you have to do something in a way where it's kind of like, make sure you're not doing something in an impulsive way. Like, make sure you're not doing something just because you're trying to hurry up and like, okay, let me just hurry up and get over this. Because I feel like this is when you're going to kind of think about things later. Like, gosh, I just wish I would have slowed down and took my time. And, I wish I didn't allow something or someone to kind of rush me into something. Okay, take the time, think through a situation right here, because this is what I see. It's almost like you're in this, you've gotten out of this fight or flight energy. And as soon as you have sort of kind of gotten to that place where it's calmer waters, here's another situation. And then here you are jumping right back into that fight or flight energy. Being in that energy for too long causes cortisol to the levels to heighten, and it causes a great deal of stress. That's where you see a lot of people with belly fat, emotional eating, lack of sleep, because this is what that Nine of Swords represent, all of that. And no one should constantly be in that kind of energy, okay? So this is a time when I do feel like you're aware of some things and you're trying to prevent yourself from having to be in that. But I feel like something is almost like muscle memory. You just, that was your way of dealing with things. Okay, let me hurry up and deal with it. Let me hurry up because I gotta, this is it's kind of like you need to slow down and think something through before you make a decision that is coming in so quickly that you'll regret it later, okay? I do feel like as things start to slow down, maybe you need to explore your options, because your options are bigger than what you think. You have more leadway than what you know to make other choices. But if you're in rush mode, it's almost as if you may make a choice you regret. So this is a time when you may be trying to something, and it's almost as if while you're making this, if you decide to hurry up and jump on this opportunity, you're going to see you had so many other opportunities coming in your way. Okay? And that's going to make you feel excited, but in a really good way, okay? So you have the Six of Swords, and it's crowning this Ace of Pentacles. So it does seem like you're moving, this energy of movement and transitioning is more into a more peaceful energy, a more peaceful place. This could be an opportunity that's coming in that's creating some sort of financial new beginning, okay? This is like a new job. This could be a new business, some sort of money investments. This could even be you saving. You've saved a big pinnacle or something, some level of prosperity, okay? That's creating a level of stability in your life, some sort of abundance that you've been trying to manifest. Then you have this Knight of Swords, this opportunity coming in very quickly that's being crowned. I mean, it's crowning the Knight of Pentacles. So something about this Knight of Pentacles is more of, look at the difference. I said it in another reading, and I'm glad these knights are out here. Look at the Knight of Swords. Look at how you can tell the horse is in motion. His legs are extended. The knight is up. He has a sword raised. You can see the hair of the horse going back. He's in total motion, going after something quickly. It's like he's charging, okay? Whereas the Knight of Pentacles is more just sitting here. There's no motion. He's just sitting here. You have a knight sitting up here with the pentacle in his hand, and he's just kind of looking out at what his decision or his choice of direction is going to be. He could be planning and pondering on what his next move is going to be. Whereas this knight has already decided what decision it's going to move in. Right? So I feel like this opportunity is moving in quick towards you. And some sort of words that are going to be spoken, an opportunity or something. It's like this sword is turning into a pentacle, and it's sitting in your hand now, and you're able to take a moment to ponder on something, think about it. Now, this also could represent two different choices, something very quickly or something that gives you a moment to think. What you want to do, how you want to do it, what direction you want to move in. Something that it's like something that puts you into a regular routine. Or do you want something where you're always on this go, 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 fight or flight energy? Or do you want something that's a little more laid back, where it gives you an opportunity to really think through something? So Pisces, what I will say is do what works best for your personality. Because some Pisces like the opportunity to sit back, get information, and think about what their next step needs to be, their next strategy, what direction they want to go in. Whereas some Pisces may like that quick go, 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 go all the time type energy. So do what's best for you. Aquarius could be significant within your placement, the placement of your chart, as well as you have earth signs here, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. All right. So the Nine of Swords is crowning this Knight of Wands. And again, here's another knight. You got a lot of knights in your reading. So this speaks of a lot of movement going on here. Again, let's look at the knights. You got the Knight of Swords, legs extended. They're running in that direction. You have the Knight of Wands running in this direction. The horse is in motion. The horse is raised. It's like he's galloping to, he has, the knight is here. He has his wand. He's getting to his destination. Something very quick. All the other knights are quick moving knights except this Knight of Pentacles. And it seems as though every single time you're in a moment where you can kind of think about where you want to go, what direction you want to move in, here comes a quick knight. Every single time. And you have this Nine of Swords, and you're being encouraged to hurry up and get over something. It's like every time you're like, damn, every time I got a moment to myself, here comes something. So there's a quick decision that is being required of you. It's like somebody may feel like you're taking too long to make a decision. Okay? And you're just trying to get into a regular routine. So someone could be kind of pressuring you to hurry up and do something. But in your mind, you may be like, it's the equivalent. I laugh when I see people speeding on the road, right? To get to a light. And they sped past me, doing 90 miles an hour, and we end up at the same light. And I kind of just glance over there like, yeah, you just went to hurry up to wait. You wanted to hurry up and wait, because now we're both waiting for the light to change. You speeding past me at, going 50 miles over the speed limit, and we both ended up in the same place, sitting here waiting for a light to change. So don't let someone come in and force you to do something or intimidate you to do something that doesn't make you feel comfortable. If you need to ponder on something or wait, do so. Because I feel like there's a lot of almost like pressure, and some of you all, when you're under pressure, you kind of let that stress put you into a unhealthy way of dealing or coping with something. Then you have the 8 of Wands here, and it's crowning the 6 of Wands. So do things your way. Again, don't let something put you in the energy where you feel like you have to do everything, because I feel like it's causing you anxiety. It's causing you stress. You're fearing that you're back in that fight or flight energy, thinking, oh, did I make the right decision? Did I, I wish I would have thought about this. I wish I would have did that. Nobody has time to constantly be in that energy. So don't let someone force you into something that you're going to later regret. Tell them you need more time. This is a life-changing decision for you, and this has something to do with what you want to do in your life. So you need to take the time to make that decision, because I do feel like, Pisces, if you take that route to take the time, you're going to see a lot of action coming and moving in your way, coming towards you, a lot of opportunities and a lot of new directions that you can move in. And then you'll be sitting on your horse, being supported in the 6 of Wands energy, feeling successful, because you weren't pressured into making a decision so quickly. And with the 6 of Wands, this is people rooting you on. You're winning. You're at some sort of advantage here. You're getting some sort of public recognition. This could even be fame or some sort of, maybe some of you all are celebrities. I don't know, do any celebrities watch my channel? Oh my goodness. I remember back when, this was years ago, when I was doing tarot, and I did, I had that song by Deborah Cox. I still remember the song that was playing. How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. That was playing in the background, and they would not monetize it because of the song that was playing. And in my mind, I was like, oh my God, Deborah Cox had I didn't understand YouTube so much back then, right? And so I was like, I thought Deborah Cox watched my channel and had it taken down because had that video not monetized because it was playing her song, and I still love that song, right? But to me, in my mind, and then I found out later that YouTube just don't play that when it, you can't play certain kind of music or something like that. Like some artists just don't allow it. But anyway, it's just, so some of you all may be in some sort of energy where you're getting a lot of support because of a decision that you're making. And I do feel like you're going to feel like you made the right decision because you took the time out to do what you felt like it was best for you. Now, Pisces over here with this 5 of Wands, there could be arguing around a choice that you made that was best for you. Okay, I do feel like you may be dealing with some outside energies that wanted you to do something their way. Okay, this could be where this They're constantly sending in knights, trying to get you to move in the direction that they want you to move in. And you're kind of just sitting there. You're in a regular routine, kind of think about, it gives you time to think about what you need to do and to plan, right? And that makes you happy. You're able to plan, like you're able to attract an Ace of Cups here. You're able to go with your intuition and really think about what feels right for you. Trust your gut feeling and attract certain opportunities. And this has caused conflict somewhere. So I'm going to tell you something, Pisces. Whatever is meant for you is meant for you. So there could even be someone who is trying to block something in your life because they want you to go their way, their route. But anything that's meant for you is going to find its way to you. And that's intuition. It's through intuition. It's through communication. It's through opportunities. Anything that's meant for you, Pisces, is going to find its way to you, no matter who tries to block it or try to redirect your steps. If it's meant for you to be successful in some sort of field that you're in, you are, even if you have people that may try to block you in certain ways or try to create conflict because of the decisions that you're making that put you in a calmer environment, a calmer way of life, a calmer way of thinking, a more relaxed setting where you can kind of think through things, trust your intuition, things like that. Even if people get upset because they want you to constantly be in a fight or flight energy and they're not getting that, you're not letting them pressure you into that. That's something that they're going to have to deal with, because I do feel like there is a lot of disagreements about you making the best choice for yourself. I'm going to clarify some of these cards. I don't need to clarify all of them, but I'm going to clarify some of these cards here because I kind of want to see what you were trying to get away from with this Six of Swords here in the beginning. Some sort of transitioning. Spirit, please help me with finding out what Pisces was trying to get away from. It's something that needed to calm down, and you realized you needed to get away from that. What was Pisces trying to get away from? Eight of Cups. A lot of emotions. Feeling like some of you all, the Eight of Cups could speak of abandonment. And I do feel like this could be a situation where emotionally you weren't getting what you needed. That's what you were trying to get away from, lack of emotional support. You knew you were not being given what you really needed. You knew that it was something else out here that would support you in a better way and put you in a calmer situation, whether it's around a person, calmer people, in a calmer environment, and in a place that's more supportive. You knew this, and this is the reason why you decided to walk away from something emotionally. I feel like you gave something all that you could give. You gave it your all. And with that, you decided that, okay, if my all isn't enough, I'll take my all to where it is enough. Because I feel like this has a lot to do with that moderation situation. You could have been overdoing something. It doesn't even have to be food. You could have been overdoing something because you were emotionally involved, or this could be you kept asking for something. You kept desiring, and someone is like, oh, well, no, kind of gatekeeping. So you said, okay, instead of me being in this fight or flight energy where I'm doing something that's unhealthy as a coping mechanism because I'm not getting the emotional support that I need, let me go into calmer waters where I will get the support that I need. Let me go into a different connection, a different friendship, a different community, a different job. Whatever this is, it'll be different for different Pisces. But whatever this is, you've emotionally walked away from it. You're no longer asking for another cup or 2 other cups to get you to the 10 of cups. This could be someone that tried to keep you at the 8 of cups. And you said, well, you know what? I know I should be further. I know I should have more. This could be someone who's sitting on 2 cups, just holding them, dangling them like carrots in your face, like, oh, I could but give it to you, but I'm not. And you're like, okay, you've tried. This could be for 8 years. It could be for 8 months. Something you tried over and over again. Maybe you tried 8 different times. So it's like, instead of you, since you could not change someone's mind, their perspective, the environment, or something, you controlled what you could change, your position in this life. You're going into calmer waters. That's what this 6 of Swords is representing. You're moving into a place where you feel like you can get the calmness and the peace that you need, that you desire. The spiritual support, the understanding, the opportunities. And I feel like as soon as you do that, here comes this opportunity that, let me see, why is the Knight of Swords here? Maybe I will. The Magician. So maybe I will clarify all the cards. So it's like, as soon as you are moving into calmer waters, what you wanted is coming. It's almost as somebody is playing, it's like, I know you want this. I know how bad you want it. But I'm going to wait until you're about to walk away just to give it to you. Someone is like, it's like they're playing. They're playing games because they feel like they can. Here's the opportunity that you wanted, even though I kept telling you no before. But as an alchemist, Pisces, you know how to take pain and turn it into pleasure. You know how to take someone who's trying to break you and use it as a building block for blessings. Okay? It's something that you know how to take that's supposed to be negative and turn it into something positive for you. Because here it's saying maybe, here it's saying no, here it's saying no, and then you have yes. So it's like you've gone through somebody making a promise to you. Oh, well, maybe I'll be able to do this. And then once you are in this whatever situation, it's like, oh, no, I can't. And then you're in this sadness and you ask them again and it's like, oh, no, I can't. And you're like, okay, well, since the answer is no to everything, I'll go get my own yes. I'll create my own yes. I'll go where I'm getting what I need. Okay? Why is this Nine of Swords here? The High Priestess. Look at that. Yeah. You may have cried some tears or got frustrated in a situation or something, but you know who you are. You don't have to tell people how you're able to take that negative energy that they dish out to you and transmute it into something positive for you. They wouldn't understand if you told them anyway. So I do feel like in this moment of anxiety, of you telling yourself that, oh, well, you know, this person is just so hard on me, or they're just trying to hold me back, or they're trying to block me, or they're just making things really hard for me. That's when your epiphany moment is going to come in. That's when it's like that crying here and this being up at night and, you know, being in your head or maybe dealing with insomnia is going to be your awakening. To wake you up, to show you you're the High Priestess. You can do this. You can get through this. This is nothing new. Water is not new to a duck. Let this, whatever this person did, let it roll off your back like water rolls off a duck's feathers. This is nothing new to you, Pisces. Having people to try to block you or hold you back from things because they feel like they can. And this Six of Swords, you're moving right out the way. You're like, okay, you want to send this energy at me, this energy of no blockage, whatever. Let me just move right on out the way. Let me move into energy that I know is going to support me as the High Priestess, where I can vibrate in that energy of trusting my intuition, looking beyond the veil, not being gaslit and telling me that, you know, they didn't say something or they didn't do something that I know that they did. You know, so why is this Eight of Wands here? Yeah, the Two of Wands. You have other opportunities. You could be really looking at, you're going to make a choice here, Pisces. And it's like the choice that you're going to make is best for you. But I do feel like the choice that you're making, it's what speaks to your soul. It's what speaks to your heart. It's something that it's like this energy here is holding the world. You're not afraid to take a chance because you've already had to explore other options in numerous areas of your life before. This isn't new to you. And you know that if an opportunity is meant for you, it's going to come to you. It's going to find you. No matter how many times somebody try to gatekeep something or block it from you, whatever is meant for you is going to find you in your travels. It's the equivalent of you're in a relationship with someone and it's unhealthy. And you keep trying to make things work with them. You know, they telling you they're making promises they're not keeping. Their words aren't matching up with their actions. You know, they're saying they're going to do things, and then the next thing you know, it's no. All of this stuff, and you're tired of being on this repetitive cycle of disappointments. You've been praying for a relationship that's healthier. You've been praying for, but you know you can't get it with that person no matter how much you love them. So you have to put yourself into a calmer environment, a less conflicting, arguing, combative environment, so you can really think through things and trust your intuition when it comes to new connections in your life. And you putting yourself in a calmer environment and detoxing, meaning through your tears or crying or journaling or writing or speaking or whatever it is going to show you your other options out here in this world. Right? And so this is where this victorious or public recognition comes into place. This is where your confidence booster comes into place, right? So let's see with this Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, beautiful energy there. That's kind of self-explanatory. It's like you're holding on to this new opportunity, new financial beginning. It's making you happy. It's putting you in that Queen of Cups energy of you feeling brave, like you can do anything. You've gone through these emotional challenges. It's like it's almost as if, look at how these two energies are in different directions, right? So it's like you walked away from these cups because somebody did not want to give you the other two cups to get you to that Ten of Cups. They knew what you wanted, but they kept it from you. So you decided to explore other options under this eclipse here. And it's like when you are returning, and I'm not talking about you're returning to these Eight of Cups here. You didn't wait for someone else to give you a cup. You went and got a bigger, better chalice yourself. And you also came back with a crown and a throne. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're going to in the Six of Swords, it's creating this Ace of Pentacles energy, and you're getting what you need. You're not waiting for someone else. Somebody could have felt like they were the be all, give all. You weren't going to have something without them. Not only do you have something without them, not only did you go out here and get it, but the opportunity found you. And it's even, and this, look at how this chalice is more grand than this one, than these. These can be knocked over and the elements can come out. This one has a top on it. It may have something that's locking it closed that only you know how precious it is. It has handles where it can be held more securely. And if it falls over, what's inside won't be lost. Or you could fill it with whatever you want because you're sitting in front of a vast ocean of opportunities here. So this is like you realizing that you have more. What you went out here and got and obtained is better than what somebody was going to give you anyway. It's like somebody holding on to, I'll use money as an example. They're holding on to a $5 bill. They know you need the $5 to pay for something, and they're holding on to it. Well, I don't know, maybe I'll give it to you. You get to the store, you gather everything, and then the next thing you know, then no, because I had something to do with that. I changed my mind. You're like, are you serious? You waited until I got all of this stuff, and you're going to tell me no? So instead of you playing someone's silly game, it's like you're like, okay, let me go put all this stuff back. I won't be going through this again. Not only did you go get $5, maybe you went and got $5,000, and you're coming back and you're like, now I can get everything that I need and I don't have to depend on this person. I went and got my own. Yeah. What's meant for you will find you anyway. And it's like when somebody know that you're, oh, here's the $5. You're like, nope, you got it. You can keep it. I don't want it now. I don't want it now. Somebody wants, it's like they want to, have they're drunk off of power or something. This could be somebody who's not used to having power. They finally get some power and they abuse it. So yeah, why is this Knight of Pentacles here? The King of Pentacles. Look at how these cards are coming out. Look at how they're coming out. You taking the time to think about your next direction is putting you in the King of Pentacles energy. So not only are you leveling up emotionally, you're leveling up financially. This is that Capricorn Taurus house energy. Something about your public image is going to increase. Your status, how you handle money. I do feel like you're going to be more selective about where you spend your money. Your money will be increasing, but you're going to be more selective about where you spend it. Investments, how it returns, how does your money come back to you? What are you investing it in? So I love this, Pisces. This is because you're not moving as quick. It's like somebody keep trying to get you to move really quickly. But it's like the more you see what you can manifest yourself and what you can go out here and do, it builds your confidence because it's opening your eyes up to the opportunities that are meant for you. Let them gatekeep whatever, because I feel like what they're gatekeeping ain't worth what you are actually going to be getting anyway. What you're getting is better than what they're gatekeeping. But if you can mind somebody and make them believe that what you have is more valuable than what they can go get on their own, then you can control them. I feel like you're breaking free of that. Why is this Knight of Wands here? The Five of Pentacles. Let me tell you something. Somebody needs you more than they're letting on. Somebody needs you more than they're letting on. This Knight that's been coming in, moving in very quickly, kind of upset that you are making choices for yourself. You're in this Knight of Pentacles energy. Some of you all have significant Capricorn or Taurus placement within your natal chart. Someone needs you to move very quickly because it's beneficial to them. This could be someone who's trying to negotiate with you or debate with you or compete with you. Somebody who loves a challenge, but it's because they feel left out in the cold. They've made some wrong decisions that had nothing to do with you. You're taking the time to think through your decisions and do something in a routine way that works for you, that creates stability, growth. This night that's coming in seems to be moving very quickly, but it's because they need you for something, and it's more than what you know, more than what they're letting on. Why is the 6 of Wands here? OMG. OMG, OMG, OMG. I'm going to tell you something. Someone is also not the best investment too, Pisces. As you're moving into this Queen of Cups, emotional maturity, controlling your emotions, not letting much get to you, not being in that constant fight or flight energy. And this is bringing stability in your life with the King of Pentacles. Because you're thinking through things. You're not just jumping on these, you know, on the bandwagon or letting people pressure you into doing something really quickly. Someone is going to come to you because they need you. They feel really left out in the cold in a situation here. And they want you to invest into them. I'm going to tell you, Pisces, I feel like you know what this feels like. It keeps feeling something isn't new to you. You know what it feels like to have to feel abandoned, and you feel like you have to walk away from things because things are being kept from you. You know what it feels like to be left out in the cold. To feel like you made some sort of bad investments. This isn't new to you. You know what this feels like. For some of you all, someone may be coming and asking for your help to kind of get them out of a temporary hard situation. And I feel like Pisces, now I'm going to pull a double card for that one. You may help them connect with some people who can help build them up. If you don't help them financially, maybe they're asking for a 5 of Pentacles and you're giving them a 3 of Pentacles. Maybe you're giving them connections who will help them build themselves up. What is that saying? Give a person a fish for a day. Give a person a fish, you feed them for a day. Teach them how to fish. You fed them for the rest of their lives. This is what this represents. It's like because you're in a position, you can see beyond just let me give this person, let me get them out of this 5 of Pentacles energy. Let me give them some connections that will help them get to where they need to be long term. So I don't feel like you may not be, because the King of Pentacles can be a person who is very money savvy. I feel like that's the energy you're getting into, where you know your worth. You know what it took for you to get somewhere. And in spite of what was held from you, you went out here and your opportunities found you. The stars aligned for you in these opportunities, this relationship, whatever it was that you were trying to manifest and you knew that you deserved as the High Priestess. So I do feel like you may be helping somebody, but you may not be helping them in the way that they're asking. You're not just giving them a fish to feed themselves for one day. You're teaching them how to fish, but this may be you connecting them with 2 other people who will help them grow. And because you're blessing them long term, your blessings are coming in long term. 10 of Pentacles being clarifying the 6 of Wands. A lot of stability, blessings, financial windfalls, moving right into longevity and stability, longevity with time and finances. Some of you all, this is starting a very successful business that's going to do very well. Or this could just be you getting a huge promotion or just upgrading in your life in some way. Some of you all will be creating wills, or you'll be getting inheritance or something. I feel like some of this may be kind of, as well as you're doing, it's unexpected in some way. You have the Six of Cups here at the bottom. There may be a lot of fighting or arguing between people from your past or about the past treatment of you, Pisces. There could be someone, you know, kind of arguing with other people about, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what area this is in your life, but I feel like you got this Six of Cups. To me, this reminds me of like past people. This could be people you got children with, or this could be people you got children with, or someone who you saw as childish at one time. People who created a lot of conflict around you too. They were being difficult for the sake of being difficult. I do feel like once you move out the way, kind of move into your destiny, attracting what you should, moving into calmer waters, knowing that these magical blessings are finding you and they're protected. I do see people kind of being upset about your outcome. Like, why did you hold this back from Pisces? Why did you treat them this way? Why did you? But you didn't move out the way. It's none of your business at this point. You're getting what you need in this life. What you need in this life is finding you. What's meant for you will always find its way to you. Because I do feel like you're going to move on from some sort of gatekeeping energy, or someone who is just being difficult for the sake of being difficult. You've been trying to manifest something better, more stable, something that is less problematic, something that doesn't always have you in that fight or flight energy, where you can think through things, make long-term plans, and stick with them. And it's like someone see you getting what you want, what they had the opportunity to give you, but they chose not to. Drunk off power. They felt like they had more power over your emotions, or over your money, or over something. And they abused that. They didn't appreciate having you around. And it's like, instead of you allowing yourself to be taken for granted, mistreated, or whatever, you went out here and explored your options. And it showed you how many options you actually had. Made choices. And the choices that you're making are paying off in a miraculous way. So, if this is a love situation, if this was a relationship and you and this person was holding a lot from you, right? Love, support, breadcrumbing you, not giving you the time that you wanted, not being honest with you about things, creating a lot of conflict to kind of distract you from what they were doing behind closed doors. Whatever it was, excuse me, whatever it was, I want to see what this person has to say to you now, Pisces. Because it's like, when they know you're really ready to walk away and not return, and that you're out here, someone knows that you deserve better. They're just choosing not to give you better. They know that you deserve it. They're just choosing not to do it because they feel like they can. So I want to see what it's like now that they know that, oh my goodness, this Pisces is going to be doing better without me. Okay, here's the opportunity you wanted. Here's the love you wanted. Here's the kind words you wanted. Here's the truth about things. It's like once you're like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I don't even need it now. I don't even want it now. I shouldn't have had to go through all of this just to get 2 more cups. It's like you're coming back with a mega challenge. Chalice. Yeah. Let's see what they have to say. You let me down. I'm going to tell you something. I just said something about gaslighting. I daydream about a life with you. Yeah. I said something about gaslighting. I feel like this is someone who plays a lot of mind games. They'll do you dirty and then try to make you feel guilty for reacting to their behavior. Whether your reaction is saying, I'm not dealing with this, I'm out. All of a sudden, you let them down. That's called gaslighting. Trying to play mind games with you, instead of really holding themselves accountable for their behavior. No one is about to sit around and be mistreated. So they're taking for granted long term. Now they daydream about a life with you. And this is just if it was a romantic situation, okay? Now, if this was something that had to do with, if this was something that had to do with like your job, just say if this was on the job, right? And I'll do community too. If this was on the job, what is the outcome for that one? This was on the job. Mature man. This could have been an older man who had a wealth of information, but look at how he's sitting in front of the books. So this is someone who had a lot of information that they could have gave you, you know, told you about. They were enlightened about all of this stuff. There could be a significant age difference. Maybe they're 5 years older than you. Or maybe you're 5 years older than them. But this person had the opportunity to create change in your life with knowledge. And they gatekept information. They kept information from you. Courthouse. 2, 3, 5 again. Or 1. Leo, Aries energy. This could be this person excuse me. This person is carrying information. Something about information that has been kind of tied up. Someone was keeping a lot from you. Legally, they were required to give you something or tell the truth about something, this information, but they kept it from you. And it's like, now it's like, oh, okay, now I'll make sure you have this. Now I'll make sure. It's something, I kind of feel like when someone is doing something, it's too late. If this was a community, hold on, Pisces, let me see. If this was a community, I really didn't want to use tarot cards with this one though. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to use the yin and the yang cards. So if it was in a relationship, I feel like somebody was keeping a lot from you until you walked away, until they saw you walk away for good. Then they tried to gaslight you and say you're the one who let them down. But they're also daydreaming about a life with you. If this was on a job, this was some people or a person who kept a lot of information from you. Legally, they were supposed to give you information. But they kept it like to themselves, covered up, tied up, or something. You weren't given what you needed to really thrive. It's almost like somebody was trying to set you up for failure or gatekeep information from you. But if this is in a community, just say if you live somewhere and you have to move or something like that, I want to know what was being kept from you. Because it's like your outcome is amazing, Pisces. It's like whatever opportunities you're supposed to have is coming to you. It's finding you. So the fact that somebody was trying to gatekeep love, support, possibly finances in a relationship from you, it's like, okay, what they had wasn't even more valuable than the opportunities that's coming to you anyway. If this was a job, the information they were trying to keep from you, it's like you're getting something better anyway. But if this was the community, contemplation between two people or two paths to stay or go. Decisions, also choices. Until death tear us apart. Saturn, restrictions, adversity, structure, learning karmic lessons, maturity. So there could be some sort of debt that has to be paid. And this is Saturn energy. I feel like there was some sort of restrictions. And you felt like something wasn't fair. This could be, I don't know whether you all are renters or homeowners. If you're renters, you may be looking at other places to live where you feel like you may be exploring other places like other cities, towns, states to live where you feel like there's not so many restrictions. You may feel like you're paying, what are you paying for? You're not getting what you was supposed, what they promised or something. For some of you all, you've put your money in a escrow until things have, or you're being, it's, excuse me. You've put your money in an escrow, or some of you all, you went to court to do this. Excuse me. This could be a decision that was made legally. Maybe you said certain things need to be fixed before you paid your rent or something like that. It's like something about the structure of something. There could be a lot of cracks within your place, or some of you are looking at like the landscape. This could be a lot of moisture. So some of you all are even dealing with black mold or something. There could be, I'm looking at the fire in the background. There could be electrical issues that need to be fixed. There's something that you are making, you're trying to find other options out here, but it's almost as if you have been trying to give somebody the opportunity to correct something. And they're just dragging their feet, taking their time, giving you a bunch of problems and feedback, like lack of support, being difficult for the sake of being difficult, being basically comfortable being a slumlord. But if you don't pay your rent, they quick to take you to court to try to publicly humiliate you, but they are not keeping up with the property or something like that. If this is like a mortgage or something, this may be in a neighborhood that you live in, but there's a lot of issues. This could be maybe you live within a, what do you call those? A HOA, a homeowners association, controlled sort of environment where there's a lot of things that need to be done. This could be the roads need to be fixed or the streets need to be fixed. There could be issues within the community or something like that, and you're wondering why they're charging HOA fees and things have been neglected. It's something going on to make you want to move into a different direction. You feel really restricted, like you can't paint your house a certain color, you can't, plant certain flowers in your yard or something like that. They're very strict when it comes to certain things, but they're too laxed when it comes to others. So you're looking at your options out here and you're going to see that you have way better options than what you're being presented with. If it's a community. So I feel like, let me look a little bit deeper into their outcome, because I feel like there's a lot of conflict and fighting that you're really getting away from. So just say if this is in a relationship, this person may be moving into another relationship where they told everybody you were the problem, but the other relationship that they're moving into, there's a lot of problems there as well, because you were not the problem. This could be people who kind of are calling them out now, like, y'all broke up because of you, because of how much you like to fight or, argue and all of that kind of stuff. They're blaming you for something. You let me down. But this is, to me, it seems like you're getting away from a problematic person, a combative person who got to be right about everything. They got to be seen all the time. They got to be the one who gets the last word. They're always on defense. This could be somebody who has a really bad temper. They say some wild stuff out their mouth and then expect for you to just sit back and deal with it. So I feel like people are kind of calling them out, and this is where this conflict is coming in. If this is on the job and people were gatekeeping, somebody was gatekeeping information from you, information that you legally should have had access to, kind of creating a lot of red tape around you, making things extremely difficult for you and things like that. I feel like once you move on into something that you feel like is more calmer, where you're not constantly in that fight or flight energy of trying to constantly get information that you really should have, this is when the arguments are going to come in. Because you're moving right out the way and you're giving these people the opportunity to only have to deal with themselves. They can't keep blaming you for everything, because you're not there anymore. They can't keep blaming you. So now they have to focus on themselves. And that's not a good look for them, because you weren't the problem to begin with. I feel like they were doing this to a number of people before you came, and you walked into a problematic situation. You just became a new scapegoat. That's all. You just became the new scapegoat. The new person they can blame all the issues on. Trouble, problems, issue, whatever, defiant, while they're keeping information from you. It's trying to set you up to fail. So I feel like once you move on, All the truth is coming out, and that you weren't the issue. These issues were there before you got there. They'll be there when you leave, because they don't want to pay attention to the root cause of the problem. The person who gatekeeps information. If this is in a community, there could be like legal actions taken or something. I don't know whether this is the community grouping up and taking the HOA to court, or grouping up and taking the landlord to court or something. I don't know what this is, or maybe you had to take them to court or something like that. But it's like something that needs to be fixed or corrected. Someone is just comfortable being a slumlord or abusing their power with the HOA or something like that. And I feel like once you move out the way, maybe you're finding another place to live. All hell is breaking loose. And a lot of these situations, Pisces, you're going to realize that you stop people from getting the full dose of their karma. You rule the 12th house, you rule hidden enemies, you rule karmic lessons, karmic lives, past lives. You rule the subconscious, psychic abilities, what cannot be seen. You rule the 12th house. So you know when someone isn't treating you right. You know when they're lying to you. You know when you know that they should be doing something, but they're choosing not to do it because they feel like your options are limited. Until the blessings flow in a big way, because you've moved out the way. When you move out the way, that's when karma is like coming in, giving them the full scope of what they deserved. And you're just minding your business, moving on with your life, getting the blessings that you should have gotten anyway. This is just people trying to block certain things in your life. That somebody didn't want to see you in a healthy relationship. They wanted you to deal with their crap. Them withholding love from you, breadcrumbing you, holding emotions from you, playing in your face, not willing to fully commit to the connection, or a job that's holding information from you, keeping you kind of tied up with these situations or in these, toxic whirlwinds or whatever it is, or a community that you feel like you need to move on from because they're not doing what they promised. A landlord, or I don't know, maybe you're a homeowner, and this is, like I said, maybe there's a HOA or something. Like there's something that once you move out the way, karma is going to come in full force. Because I feel like as long as you were in the way, you kept getting these warnings from karma. You kept going through these situations, problematic situations, where you had to be in this fight or flight energy. And that was karma's way of saying, if you don't get your behind out the way, Pisces, so I can deal with this individual, because you ain't the first one they did this to. It's time for them to get their karma. You in the way. You ain't the first person they did this to. This is how they think they've been getting away with doing all of this dirt for a long time. But this is about to stop. It's time for them to get their karma. All hell is breaking loose. So you just need to move out the way. I do feel like this may have something to do with a past situation, a thought, a memory, words that were spoken. Also, someone could have looked at you as naive. Okay, what's up under here? The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. Wow. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. It's like this person came in promising to, like a night, like they were promising you this cup. But then something, it's like it's like they promised you something but kept you in this up and down energy. They could have been giving you something, then taking it back, promising something, reneging on the promise, not giving you enough. Two little pentacles where you got to keep jumping in between them both. And then when you said enough was enough, it's like, yeah, you walked away. But they're sitting here with this smirk on their face, not realizing they're about to move into a Five of Wands energy. I feel like you threw down your sword. You said enough is enough. The Ace of Pentacles is something that they could have given you, but it's like you're getting it from somewhere else. This is also going to be something that's healing for you too. All right, Pisces, I'm going to close out your reading. I hope you enjoyed the longer reading this time. I've been trying to do shorter ones, but I hope you enjoyed this longer reading. This new chapter in your life is going to require a new way of seeing things and a new way of seeing yourself. You can't continue to see and interpret things with the same understanding that you have had up until now. No matter what you face or how you feel, see it all from a higher perspective. So, Pisces, this new chapter that you're moving into is going to require you to see things in a new way. See yourself in a new way. A calmer life, a softer life, an easier life, a more productive life. A life that you have been trying to manifest, that you've always known that you deserved. You can't keep interpreting things, like letting things from your past difficult. So just say if this is in a new relationship, right, with someone, you took the time that you needed, you detoxed the ex out your life, the old person, you've moved on, you're getting into, you're out, you meeting new people, things like that, and you meet this really good person, right? But your heart is kind of guarded because of what you went through. This is like a new opportunity presenting itself to you, but you not letting the past interpret how you feel or how you're going to deal with. Yes, you've learned some life lessons, some karmic lessons, but give this new person an opportunity to show you who they are. Okay? If this is a new job, don't expect for the new people at a new job to treat you like the people at an old job did. Give them an opportunity. Don't sit there and say, well, I'm not going to ask because all these jobs the same. I'm not going to ask because they're not going to give me the information I need anyway. No, ask. Give them a fair chance to prove that they're not like the past people. If this is in a new community, a new landlord, or a new house that you're buying, maybe you're moving into a different HOA or something like that, give them a fair chance. This is you not only giving others a fair chance to show that they are not the people from your past. Everybody has their stuff with them, and nothing is going to be perfect all the time. There may be difficulties along the way, but if you are applying old ways to new situations, in a way, you're creating those old situations all over again. And it doesn't have to be that way. So this is you seeing yourself where you currently are, not where you used to be. And working really well in that position, whether it's a job, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's a new community. Doing your best, showing up for yourself, speaking positivity over your life, your co-workers, your neighbors, your new person, whatever that may be. And being open to let them show you, and confident, be open enough to let them show you that they can bring some, believe it or not, there's some good people out here in this world. And some of them have been hurt too. They're just looking for somebody who's not going to screw them over either. They appreciate having someone who shows them love and respect and is transparent with communication, and that does not use their insecurities or their past traumas against them, that don't gaslight them and blame them for every little thing. There are jobs out here that will give you the information and the support you need to really thrive. They want you to look good because they feel like you representing their company. They want you to look good because they want to look good. They understand that they're going to give you what you need to thrive. They don't have time to be gatekeeping information and being vindictive and holding information from you. They ain't got time for that. They want to see you win because it makes the company look good. There are actual communities out here, landlords out here who love their property. They take pride in it. They just want a tenant who is going to pay their rent. They're going to keep the place nice, up to date. Any mold issues, they're going to bring in the right contractors to deal with that. If there's a moisture issue, they'll find out where it is so they can have it properly sealed up. Not no cover-up jobs, but properly sealed up. Not just slathering paint over it and say, oh, okay, well, it's fixed. Actually sealing up holes on the outside and the inside. If there's any sort of issues, if there's an issue with the basement, if there's an issue with the roof, if there's an issue with the bedroom, even if you're not in a house, if there's an issue anywhere, they're going to deal with it. They're not going to blame the tenant and keep doing cover-up jobs by getting a janky handy person that they can pay under the table, who's just going to throw some paint somewhere and say, yeah, okay, it's fixed. And if 2 months later the mold is back, it's the tenant problem. Or if you're moving into an HOA community, this may be an HOA where you're kind of looking at, okay, what is it that I'm paying for? These HOA fees, what do I get out of it? Do you provide security? Is this a cul-de-sac where there is like security? Well, you know, you have to know somebody to just come in here. Like, is there's, you know, or we have a little freedom of the plants that we plant in our yard, or, you know, there's elbow room with the color of the houses and things like that. Like, what is it that you're getting out of this? Is it a safe community? Are the neighbors respectful of each other? Is it is it that type of community where you know who your neighbors are? You all kind of look out for each other. I feel like you're going to find something, and something is going to find you that's meant for you. So this is you giving it a fair chance and appreciating this newness in your life, Pisces. This new chapter. Happy to turn the page. Being happy to turn the page in the situation. Okay? And, you know, I'll pray for you if all three of these things are happening all at the same time. Okay? But sound off in the comment and let me know whether it's a relationship thing, a job thing, or a community thing. Which one is it? Because you're about to embark upon a new chapter. Your opportunities are finding you. This new relationship is finding you. This new job is finding you. This new community is finding you. Whatever it is. But this is because you know your worth. You know you deserve better than what you've been getting. Okay? So, all right. No more overeating or shopping unnecessarily. Just you're doing something in moderation and it's really helping you. Looks like it's helping you emotionally and financially. And you have magical blessings. I'll read that again. Wherever you're going, whatever you're going through, You bring, I'm sorry, these words are so little, and when I keep it far away, it don't work. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. Yeah, yeah. Remember I said here, somebody is going to come to you. You're going to be so blessed, or you are so blessed. Someone is going to come to you to help them, and you're not just giving them a fish to feed them for the day. You're showing them how to fish so they can eat for the rest of their lives. And because you're blessing people long term with knowledge and information, you're not a gatekeeper of knowledge. You're happy to share it to help others grow. You're being blessed in abundance long term. So don't worry about the people from the past who did not appreciate you or didn't see your value when they had you. They're going to have to work through their own things in this life too and learn karmic lessons, just like you did. Because this isn't new to you, Pisces. Okay? All right. That's the end of your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I will talk with you amazing Pisces, cross watchers, customers, members, subscribers, and non-subscribers who I know y'all want to go ahead and be subscribers. So y'all need to go ahead and just push that subscribe button. And I appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who has asked me about the personal readings. You can email me at spiritualliaison123@gmail.com, and I will send you that information on how you can get a personal reading, as well as thank you to everyone who's also donated. Thank you to those who have donated to the channel. I am looking at some other tarot cards, so I will be trying to, just kind of see what feels good. And I'll be happy to share that with you all. Okay. Thank you for rocking and rolling with me through the years, and I'm sending you all so much love and light. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk with you later.